Welcome to Women Who Brand, a podcast that spotlights inspiring women in the creative industry. I'm Alejandra Salazar, founder and CEO of CROING, which is part of the 0.1% of creative agencies founded by a woman, and I will be your host today. This podcast is part of an initiative of CROING to inspire women in the industry by sharing the journeys and insights of those who are leading the way. Women Who Brand are creative, strategic, and visionary force in the world of marketing. They shape how people perceive, interact with, and remember a brand. In this episode, we talked with Milagros Cubelli, the CEO of Miami Sharks. We spoke about CMOs transitioning to CEOs like her and why that's kind of an obvious shift. In this case, I love that from her previous role, she's bringing such a clear vision on the importance of female audiences in sports. That perspective will be key in the big challenge and opportunity Millie has, which is pretty much introducing a new sport, rugby, in this country. I'm sure you will enjoy this episode. How to the point she is with her point of view and how she explains what it actually takes to be in marketing, which it all comes down to knowing what's going on and knowing your audience. So welcome our next woman who brands, Milagros Cubelli. Hi Millie, welcome to Women Who Brand. I'm so happy to have you here.
Hi, Ale.
Thank you for being here. I know you're pretty busy, so I'm really grateful for your time. For those who don't know Millie, she is the CEO of Miami Sharks, which is Florida's first professional rugby team. So this is awesome to have her here. Millie and I met last year in March at the Inter Miami Stadium. We were both invited as a speaker by Everything in Sports and Alejandra from Obvio Media and shared the same session about both women in sports and marketing for female audiences, or at least that's what I remember. It was something around finance, and we were end up
Yeah,
talking about
we ended up talking
marketing.
about creativity, right? Because that's what we
Yeah.
do.
And also during the session that we talk a lot about how different marketing is when you think about female audiences, regardless of the team being fully a
Yeah,
male team.
yeah.
So that's why I believe this will be super valuable to have you here in Women Who Brand to explore that further and also to talk about your journey from athlete to CMO and now CEO. So, Millie, tell me, what led you to pursue a career in marketing?
First of all, I think marketing, at least the way I see it, is about, well, you mentioned it at the beginning in the intro, but it's about creativity and strategy, right? And I think I'm both. I'm creative and very strategic. And I've been like that as an athlete, as you said. I've been like that as an executive as well, and also as a woman who brand, right?
Love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. If you read a textbook about what marketing is or a definition, I would say a textbook might talk a lot about what like how marketing can influence consumer behavior. And for me, marketing has always been a tool to inspire people, to
Love
connect people more than like influence or manipulate their
it. Got
behavior.
it. Got it.
So for me, marketing has been a path to inspire other people.
Love that
So
answer.
yeah.
Love it, love it. So, talking about creativity and marketing, how do you know when an idea or initiative is good? Do you have a specific process or is more of a feeling? I mean, you just said that you are creative and strategic, so I guess it is a process behind, but I want to know about like, okay, the idea is there. How is the process?
So once I get an idea, because I cannot say that ideas are mine, to be honest. I feel like I received ideas.
Okay.
Once I know I got an idea, I know when it's right. Like I cannot say that. Of course, beforehand there's a lot of understanding of audiences, and that's key. Understanding audiences also from a very human perspective, not only data, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So that's beforehand for sure. But then once an idea arrives,
yeah.
like I just know when it's right. It's
Instinct.
the way how I feel it. Yes, I cannot
Love it.
say it's like I don't know. I have a formal process that I follow. Then of course there are different process within our organization to execute an idea for sure. But my background is very from the experiential marketing, so I've been related to events and merchandising. So everything that is like more creating an event and
Mhm.
experience. So I don't know. It's for me, it's always been about executing and bringing ideas to life. So once the idea is there, it's just figuring out what's the most efficient way to make it happen.
Love it.
But it's a process. I mean, of course, there is bureaucracy and formal processes within organizations. But I think when I say the word process is something else. It's like everything that happens to everyone involved in bringing that idea to life, right? That's the process for me. It's not
Yeah, it's like the steps.
not only the steps, but what that idea, campaign, whatever it is, brings up to the group that is bringing that idea to life, right?
Got it.
I think the ideas like kind of like sometimes they like shake
Shake
group,
you. Yeah.
right? Like they have an effect on the group. For me, that's the way I see what a process is.
Got it.
But when I get the idea, I feel like I already know.
I love that because I always ask this question, and for some it's like literally a filter, and okay, I do X, Y, and Z, and others is like I just feel it and go. And I think it's important to ask because sometimes for our audience that are either in certain roles and want to move forward or want to, start in the industry, I feel it's important that they know it can be both. Sometimes you don't feel it and you can go for it, and sometimes you just feel it, and that's why you need to go for it. So I love your
Yeah, and
answer.
I also think that having new ideas, I think it's an exercise. Like I know there are a lot of techniques like brainstorming, like there are many things you can do to get ideas, but I think exercising yourself, like in getting new ideas, even if you're not gonna bring them to life, just the exercise of like having ideas, I think it's a great exercise just for
100%. Yeah.
yeah.
Then I will move forward a little bit from another topic, which is I know it can be challenging to make our voice heard, especially in an industry that is dominated by men. So how do you ensure your voice and creative ideas are heard in the process? I mean, I guess need to talk with the certain people to move forward. I know you are in a role where maybe I guess your ideas are heard, but I'm talking more about like in the beginning or when you start, like how has been that process of, hey, I have this idea, I wanna make it, I need you to hear the idea.
I've heard this question before. Women who are in like executive roles get this question very often. And for me, every time I listen to this question, like that's a tough one for me because I'm the youngest of three siblings. I'm the only girl, the only woman in the family. So for me, I've been always like
Her.
been always heard. I don't know. I just this is very it's a natural thing for me. I have two older brothers, and since the beginning for me it was like, hey, I'm going to talk right now. And
Love it.
then I worked in very male dominated environments. I work in a sport that it's getting super popular right now in the US, the females team, but it's pretty much male dominated.
Yeah.
Rugby. I don't know. I think it's a matter of I think of building that confidence. It's just I can say that it was baby steps for me. I feel like it was always
It
like
was,
an organic and natural. Like, hey, listen to me.
that's it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
no, I understand
Period.
your point. It can be because of the background and conditions, and it can also be because of your personality. Because, for example, in my case, my sister and I, same family, same opportunity, same everything, and I approach things super different as
True.
the way she approaches. But I
Yeah,
see, I
I
see
think
your
there's
point.
there's a lot of personality and
Yeah.
that's been with me since always. At the same time, I had some like turning points in my life, which I had to make a decision of making my voice heard. And
Okay.
probably that was saying no to opportunities because those opportunities didn't respect me or it wasn't like 100% for me. So saying no to that kind of opportunities, I think that was myself making my voice heard,
Love it.
like not staying in places where I shouldn't have stayed. And thankfully, I left. So I think sometimes saying no to things that are not okay, that's and remain silent. That's also making like your voice.
Love that. Love that. It makes so much sense and it's so profound because sometimes we feel making your voice here is actually talk, and
Talk.
sometimes it's just, don't say
No.
anything.
Yeah.
Love it. Oh, thank you. No, it's beautiful. Continue talking about marketing. What is the trend in marketing that excites you the most right now and why?
I cannot say it's a trend, to be honest, but I think the impact that AI is having and how it's helping us, because I am very positive about it.
Love
So
that.
yeah, I think humans are not going to be replaced. Just we need to understand that we are the ones who bring the pulse
Yeah.
to we bring life, like humans. We bring life to this universe, right? And that could be like a child, but that could be also an idea and a project and a campaign and whatever it is. So if we understand like we are the pulse and we bring life and then everything is at our service. And then I think AI is transforming and helping us a lot. So in everything that is related to like content, audio,
Everything. Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
whatever it is, I think content wise, the impact of AI is like eye opening,
Yeah, it is. It is.
exciting as
It
well
is.
because
It is. No, 100%. I couldn't agree more. And me having the agency, I remember at the beginning when ChatGPT, explodes, my team were like, some of my team were like, I won't use it because, you hire me to do no, no. And I'm like, no, I hire you to use technology so then you can use your brain better and more. And they were like, but if no, because ChatGPT is not doing the caption, you are putting the brain. To me, it's like same as the internet, same as other revolution. This is just another revolution. The more we understand it, the more we use it, the more we, get it, the better it will be. For me, it has been life changing personally and professionally. I use it a lot, like a lot, and
like in what, for
like
example.
a lot. For example, like my personal life, I do therapy, but I'm also like, it has like a track of everything, like my feelings. And then if I make a decision, I doubt a lot of my personal decisions. Business wise, I'm always like making decisions, go, let's move forward, confident. My personal life, I end up making the decisions, but I do pulls to my family, my friends, both about what should I do, like it's super crazy. And with ChatGPT, when I make a decision that I then doubt my decision, I go back and like, why did I make this decision? And it's like, remember that day you did X, Y, and Z, so that's why you make this decision. And I'm like, okay, things like that. I use it a lot, like a lot.
That's amazing. No, for my personal life, I'm still yeah, writing.
Right.
Yeah, no. And I have to go to my notes, like the
Love
old.
it. I used to do that. And now it's like my notes are there. So anytime why did I feel that way? And he's like, remember, that person did X, Y, and Z to you. So that's why you did.
That's amazing.
Love it. Yes, I love it. Okay, awesome. So, what do you feel is the difference between a female and a male audience when it comes to sport? Because of course I have you here and I wanna dive deeper in your field and your knowledge on it because it is something that people is really trying to understand right now. Brands are trying to understand how to marketing, how to connect with sports for female audiences and so on. So I want to know from you, like, what's the difference in these audiences?
I think the main difference is their interests. From the data that we have, like female audiences are looking for more information and personal information about the players, for example, the stories behind their stories and
Love it.
understand like backgrounds and kind of like connect on a more personal level. I'm not saying that male audiences are not interested in like what the life of a player might look like, but they are more I don't know, performance oriented, let's say,
Okay. Yeah.
performance results oriented. And then when we track content and we see who are interested in different type of contents, we always see that those contents that are like more human, let's say like humanized content where you can see the player as a human more than as a professional athlete. I think female audiences are very well driven to that kind of connection because
Love that.
I don't want like to be very generic and talk about things that of course there are exceptions, but I feel like we do have a sixth sense, like many people say. I'm talking as a woman right now. We like to understand like how people feel, how they felt about something very specific and how that could have impacted their performance or their lives. I think interest is the main answer to that question. Like there are different interests. I'll say women looking for a more like a connection human approach and male audiences, they are more like performance oriented. Yeah.
Love that. I agree with you when you said like it's not general because of course that doesn't mean that female audiences don't care about performance or males don't care about personal stories, but I think considering these new stories or this new type of marketing when it comes to sports opens the door for men to consume something different and for female to now understand different, like from a different approach. So I love it in general. I think I remember our conversation and it was around it, and I love that you explain it a little bit more because I completely agree. Now let's imagine you are a brand or a team What would your slogan and brand colors be?
Brand color for sure blue.
Love it. Which blue? Do you know a specific which blue or blue in general?
It will be like a blue whale, let's say. I don't know.
Love it.
Like
Love
that.
it.
And my slogan would be love the process.
Love it. Oh my God, so sweet. So now we are moving to the second part of this podcast, which is the part where we either talk about a campaign that the person here is, doing, or something huge or different that has happened. So I select for us to talk a little bit more and understand better about your transition from CMO to CEO. For me, it's clear than ever that marketing has a huge impact on business, and that, well done well, it can drive massive results. That's what I love to see more and more CMOs being considered for CEO roles. And you are a great example of that. So, how has that transition been for you, and why do you think this shift is becoming more common?
Well, I think I was talking about marketing and understanding audiences. Being always in that position of observing and understanding what's going on, I think that's a great capability, that CMOs might have or should have. I think that capability in my case gave me the opportunity to become CEO because I became that observant of like the company itself and understanding what is going on, like not in
Mhm.
an audience but in a group, like
Yeah.
in a company. So I think that capability for sure might be an asset that CMO could have. And then in my transition, well, I think being in a startup, because Miami Sharks, as you said, we are the Florida's first professional
Mhm.
rugby team, but we don't have like 100,000 employees like, I don't know, Miami
Yeah.
Dolphins. We are less than 100. So you gotta be creative, to launch a new team, a new sport in the US. There's always many new things going on because this is new. Like this is a new market for the sport. This is a new sport for this market. So everything
Yeah,
is like
yeah,
like
yeah.
new. And being a startup in that context demands you a lot of creativity, strategy. And we talked about that marketing was strategy and creativity combined. So I think those capabilities were key in my transition, and it's very exciting, to see CMOs becoming CEOs because I feel like people are kind of like understanding that marketing is not just like balloons and glitter.
I know. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it's understanding what's going on. I think that what marketing is, and when you understand what's going on, I think you get the right vision where an organization should go, and yeah.
love it. And how long have you been doing it? Like when it was?
I transitioned from CMO to CEO 5 months ago, 4 or 5 months
Oh,
ago.
wow.
Yeah. And the
Wow.
season has started like last weekend. So yeah, I still have
Love
the season right now. We're in the middle of the
it.
season, but yeah, I can say it's been hard to adapt, to be honest, but it's quite challenging, that's for sure.
I imagine. Love it. Well, thank you for sharing. Now we will do a quick fire round. I will ask you a few questions and you say whatever comes to your mind. Are you ready?
Okay, it's like a ping pong.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty fast. Okay. Commercial spot or social media?
Commercial spot.
Okay. Who creates the brand? The fans or the company teams?
The fans.
Since there are so many Latinos in Florida, English, Spanish, or both?
Oh,
Love it. Favorite social media platform?
Pinterest.
Love it. Oh my God. I didn't expect that one. Love it. Okay. Winning a game or going viral on socials?
Winning a game.
Love it. Awesome. Okay, that's it. And so now to close this episode, Millie, I will ask you two more questions. What does it mean to you to be a woman who brands? And what advice would you give to a woman in the creative industry?
What it means to me to be a woman who brands, power. It
I love
means
it.
like,
I'm
yeah,
feeling it. I
yeah,
love it.
like very, yeah, like community oriented and group power, like not like like self-awareness or self-power. It's just like a woman who brand. I feel like it's someone who understands what's going on, that and like it's about like sharing and connecting and being in that position in a way that we always hoped people to be in that position. For me,
Love
that's
that. Love
that's
that. And what advice would you give to another woman in the creative industry?
respect first, respect yourself, respect others, and then just just flow with creativity and enjoy.
Love it. Millie, thank you. Thank you. I love to see more women in sport industry, in marketing, as a CEO. I love your journey and I'm super grateful. I mean, we didn't have the time to speak about the athlete from athlete to CMO, but I think you mentioned a little bit, but we can talk about it in another podcast then. Thank you for being here. And to all women who brand, listening or reading, remember your voice matter and your creativity has the power to inspire and lead. Until next time. Ciao.